Now we are going to prepare the beetroot. We will use the core and the knife to cut our beetroot. Please use caution when handling the core as well as the knife. Do not hold the beetroot like that. You might cut yourself when the core emerges from the other side. Place the beetroot on a chopping board, and we're going to push our core downwards like this. To make it easier, we want to combine twisting motion as well as pushing motion at the same time. Once the core is through the beetroot, we will pull it back out, and that creates a nice cylindrical column, like that. We will remove the cylindrical column from the core, and we will use our knife to cut it into circular discs. The disc should be uniform in width, about 1 centimeter in thickness. Remember, in an experiment, we need to standardize everything that is not the independent variable. This way, we can be sure any changes observed in the dependent variable is actually caused by changes in the independent variable, nothing else. For example, we want to make sure in our experiment, the color difference that we observe in the end is caused by the exposure to different temperature and not the size of the discs. So you can see there's some skin here on the end. We're going to cut those off so they don't interfere with our experiment. And we will create 6 uniform width circular discs. So that's 1 disc, and we can line it up against the other one to make sure that it is similar thickness. 2 discs, 3, 4, and then 5, 6. So these will be our cylindrical discs. And you can see it is actually bleeding a little bit. There are some beet juice that are coming out as a result of the damage from cutting the cell. And so what we want to do is we want to take these beetroot and we want to rinse it in a beaker. Just drop them right in. That will get rid of the excess pigment so that they are not going to interfere with our results. We will now take the beetroot discs from the rinse water and we will pat them dry a little bit on the paper towel. We'll just dry them lightly, pat them lightly on both sides. And we will take one and drop them into each of the beaker containing water that is at a specific temperature. So one in the room temperature, one in the 40 degrees, 50 degrees, 60 degrees, 70 degrees, and 80 degrees. Okay. And we will leave them in the water in the specific temperature, submerged for 1 minute. 1 minute is up, so now we will take the beetroot discs from each and transfer them to the corresponding test tube over here. Take the 40 and we'll transfer it to the test tube label as 40. We will leave them submerged in the test tube for 10 minutes. So 10 minutes is up. You might have noticed some of the test tube were being moved during the time elapsed shot. That's because I was taking the test tube out and mixing the liquid so that the color is not all going to be concentrated at the bottom. And you can see as the temperature increases, the color intensity also increase. So in your lab report, you are going to write your conclusion and your results and try to interpret what all these mean. So that's it. That's the end of the Beetroot Lab.